For the second consecutive day, thousands of Spanish farmers take to the streets in protest, utilizing their tractors as a powerful symbol to voice their discontent regarding EU policies and prices. Greetings to everyone. Today's video focuses on the ongoing tractor demonstrations taking place in Spain. Thousands of farmers have come together for a second day to protest against European Union farming policies and address the challenges of rising production costs and severe drought. These demonstrations, which involve a large number of participants on tractors and other vehicles, are not supported by Spain's main farming organizations. However, these organizations have announced separate protests in the upcoming days. In response to farmer concerns, the European Commission has recently made concessions regarding environmental regulations and financial aid. Additionally, they have decided to postpone their plans to reduce pesticide usage. Now, without any further delay, let us begin our discussion. Following the trend of protests sweeping across Europe, Spanish farmers took to the streets on Wednesday for a second day of tractor demonstrations, effectively blocking highways. Their demands include reforms to European Union farming policies and actions to address rising production costs and the devastating impacts of drought. The blockage of several major national highways was a direct result of the protests. This led to the temporary disruption of access to both the eastern port of Castellón and the southeastern Jerez airport. According to the state news agency EFE, a convoy of 1,000 tractors made its way towards the city centre of Barcelona, causing significant congestion on the roads leading into the bustling port capital of Catalonia, Spain's northeastern region. Spain's three primary farming organizations have not shown support for the protests, which have brought together several thousand individuals on tractors and other vehicles. Instead, these organizations have announced their plans to hold separate protests in the upcoming days. Conservative organizations have been associated with numerous protests that have taken place on Tuesday and Wednesday, as reported by various media outlets. Fortunately, there have been no significant incidents thus far. The demonstrations are anticipated to persist in the upcoming weeks, culminating in a significant protest scheduled for February 21st in Madrid. Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez addressed the Spanish Parliament on Wednesday, where he made a commitment to support farmers and advocate for their cause at the European level. On Tuesday, the Ministry of Agriculture made a declaration regarding financial assistance amounting to approximately €270 million, $290 million for 140,000 farmers. This aid is intended to offset the detrimental effects of Spain's extensive drought and the challenges arising from Russia's conflict with Ukraine. Despite Agriculture Minister Luis Planas Puigdemont meeting with farmers' unions on Friday, he was unable to convince them to cease their protests. In recent days, countries like France, Poland and Greece have witnessed additional protests taking place. Over the past few weeks, the European Commission, the executive branch of the EU, has made concessions to farmers regarding environmental and aid regulations. Furthermore, this week they made the decision to postpone the implementation of plans to reduce the use of pesticides and other hazardous substances by half. On Wednesday, Foreign Minister Hadja Labib of Belgium, who currently holds the rotating presidency of the EU, emphasized the necessity of re-evaluating the regulations surrounding agriculture in response to the present circumstances. The farming sector and rural communities are facing significant challenges due to resource scarcity, price shocks and intensifying global market competition, according to Maroš Šefčovič, Vice President of the European Commission. He added that the farmers protesting in Europe have demonstrated a sense of being trapped and unmet needs, which necessitates our action. The protesting farmers might find satisfaction in the prospect of inaction, as it could potentially hinder the implementation of expensive bureaucratic reforms and the approval of international trade agreements that would flood European markets with inexpensive agricultural products. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.